pawn to d4, knight to f6, bishop to f4, pawn to b6, knight to c3, bishop to b7, pawn to f3, pawn to e6, pawn to e4, pawn to a6, queen to d2, pawn to d5, king to c1, bishop to b4, pawn to a3, bishop to c3, queen to c3, pawn to e4, pawn to d5, knight to d5, queen to g7, queen to f6, queen to f6, knight to f6, bishop to e5, king to e7, bishop to c7, knight to d7, bishop to g3, rook to g8, bishop to e2, king to e8, pawn to e4, knight to e4, bishop to f3, knight to g3, pawn to g3, bishop to f3, knight to f3, rook to g3, rook to h7, king to e7, knight to d4, knight to e5, rook to e1, rook to g4, rook to e5, rook to d4, rook to e2, rook to d8, pawn to c3, rook to f4, king to c2, rook to g8, pawn to b4, pawn to b5, king to b3, rook to g4, rook to f2, rook to g7, rook to g7, rook to g7, pawn to a4, pawn to f5, pawn to b5, pawn to b5, rook to a2, rook to g5, rook to a7, king to f6, rook to a2, pawn to f4, rook to c2, rook to g3, king to a2, king to e5, king to b2, king to d5, rook to d2, king to e4, king to b3, pawn to e5, rook to e2, king to f5, rook to d2, pawn to e4, rook to d5, king to f6, rook to b5, pawn to e3, rook to b6, king to f5, rook to b5, king to e4, rook to b8, pawn to e2,